New instruments or mounting obstacles, which way did you choose? Heaven and Earth. By Lisa Gawlas, webpage, www.mysoulcenter.com. I really thought I would have nothing to share today, true to Spirit's forewarning about damn time. Smile, the field itself is void, nothing I can see at this moment. So I decided to see if I can dive into the bathtub and get a little news we can use. The one thing I can say for sure, there was a distinct shift in everything. At first, all I could see is the black behind my eyes. When this happens, I always take it old school, back to the beach in my mind's eye, back to the alignment of my team walking the beach with me, and then wham, somehow, I find the new frequency, the new entrance into the expanded field of me, of us. Sure enough, the energy around me was so fuzzy, like tons of gray cotton balls all stuck together, but yet, I knew I'd landed at a small table in a room that was not visible at all to me. Directly across from me was a dude I recognized from many of the readings over the years, Merlin. He too was fuzzy, but I know his energy signature well. He placed these 4 or 5 hollow tubes, wood, something on the table in front of me. Each has a different length, and he told me, this is your new instrument. Huh? Tubes sprawled out on a table, what the hell do I do with them? I will never ever forget his reply, and his reply set up the theme of the rest of this month in readings. You're not going to figure it out by looking at them. Well, I had woken up yesterday morning sure I went through the birth canal of the eclipse. My head was a dull aching thing, the base of my skull, from ear to ear, hurt. The headache radiated up from the base of my skull and spread out in bursts. I could feel the energy in the bone structure of my skull moving, expanding and giving me a headache. I really wanted to give it the whole birth thing, since most babies come out head first. Nope. Mr. Merlin showed me that as I slept and went through the eclipse, it happened from just before 11 p.m. until just after 3 a.m. in my world. The first of these hollow sticks was placed in my core energy. He then showed me the back of my spine being energetically opened up and this crazy hollow stick being inserted. Thanks, but I still don't know what to do with it, how to use it. I then was shown a pan flute. Oh, so this is a musical instrument. Besides not being able to draw, I have zero musical ability too, so the headache was the first of 4 musical pipes placed in my spine, the longest one first. Each month, the next longer one will be added until we hit December, then the last one. So I had to ask, you're a magician, why do I not have a music teacher here? I got a belly laugh in reply, not funny. After I got out of meditation, I looked up an instrument made out of hollow sticks. I had no idea what it was called until found it in the internet. I had to laugh as to why it's called a pan flute. The pan comes from the Greek god Pan, god. The flute part of the name comes from them being a woodwind. Taken from Wikipedia, I got the connection. The medulla oblongata is also called the mouth of God. It is located on the cervical aspect of the spinal cord and attaches to C1, C2 and C3. This is in the throat chakra center that governs self-expression. Taken from my website. So, back to my crazy meditation. All of it is more a message to all of us, which is why I am sharing as much as I can remember today. The next thing I know, I was asked again about my desires. Wouldn't it be so nice if Spirit just told us what our desires should be and we follow that? LOL, I have no idea. To assist my daughter in her emerging growth, and then the reply comes back, but what about for yourself? Well, I am at the giving up part of a partner, but there is still a little fire burning on that spectrum. That must have been the magic reply, because what came next, surprised me. There was the beautiful energetic Archangel Michael hovering above our Earth's atmosphere, completely aligned with the planetary system I know and love called the Pleiades. He seemed to pluck a man from that system, suspended him in from of his own energy body, merged with him, then fanned out the combined energy down to earth to a single man on earth. Archangel Michael explained that this man is going or has gone through a near-death experience so the energy merger can fulfill itself. Knowing spirit talks both in literalness as well as metaphors, I had to ask which this explanation was surrounding. They told me it doesn't matter. Well, yeah it does. You are going to show me this and then tell me it doesn't matter, what the hell? Then I was instructed to pull up all my fishing poles. Hey, I don't have that many out there lol, and remove them from all the ponds because in this version of the new story, he ain't coming through that gateway. Wanna give me a hint on how he will just magically show up, maybe in my box of Lucky Charms? God forbid I get a sly smile from the angel of truth. Damn it. Then it all just got weird really. The information went more planetary wide with the entrance into this new light field of all Earths. There are many people who were given the task of alignment with their field of light who choose other things. For most people, that's just the way of it. For others, their responsibility was to align, period. I was shown very particular examples, people I am familiar with. Some may get sick. This one person no one I read for was forewarned already that if he didn't do things a different way, his body would start breaking down, and in this meditation, I was told, he will become very sick. Bless his heart. Others I had seen climb down a light and wooden ladder onto the filtered earth, which I now see in the center of the expanded earth, where the opportunity to transmute the obstacles that they avoided or just weren't sure of, will be placed in front of them. I seem like a massive mound on the earth, and the only option is to transmute it. You can no longer walk around it. I even seen the potential of walking through it, and all these bees flew out. Yikes, and then I seen the ones coming through the eclipse to the dust particles floating back down to earth. Merlin said this coming week, we will be focusing on the new instruments being inlaid in people. Cool beans, seems to me, there is a whole new orchestra of music being readied. For the rest of the afternoon yesterday, all I could hear in relationship to this instrument thing was the first line of St. Francis' prayer, but the whole embodiment of the prayer is what is now being demanded of us, not to seek to be that, but to be that. I am changing out the make me to the I am authority, and equally changing out let me to I will. The reason being the difference between knowing who you are and still trying to figure it out. Lord, I am an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, I will sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood, as to understand, to be loved, as to love, for it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Let's make clear that last line, is not about physical death at all, but to die to the old and reborn into the new expanded field of life we are living now. So with all this, the point is, no more looking under old rocks for what you once sought with a burning desire. All of life reincarnated in one way or another this weekend, new codes, new soul blueprints, even new divine partners coming to the fore, if we will let go of the life that just completed itself. If you don't let go, no worries, the obstacles will become so big you will either park in front of it for the rest of this incarnation, or transmute it. Because as we cross over the full lunar eclipse, well, let's just say focus on the joy of transmutation as well as really understanding your new instrument. Take nothing for granted, damn it if the choice isn't, as always, ours. Big hugs of new music creating magic for all that have ears to hear. I love you so much, Lisa Gawlas. Webpage, www.mysoulcenter.com